No beet-eating, vodka-swilling, Trotskyite son of a bitch is gonna hijack this great nation's God-given airways. Not on my watch.
Welcome to Destroy All Humans. In this game, we play as Crypto-137, a Furon warrior who was sent to Earth to find his previous clone, and of course, destroy all humans. While I never played this game before it was remade, I did play Big Willie Unleashed on the Wii when I was around 9 or 10 years old, and I loved it. So when I seen that the original was getting a remake, I was beyond hyped. There hasn't been many opportunities for me to revisit a game series that I played in my childhood as an adult, so in this video we're going to do exactly that. I'm here to not only see if I'll enjoy this game as much as I did the one from my childhood, but also to grab all 40 achievements and add this game to my 100% catalog. Now, when I seen that this game only has a 4 out of 10 difficulty rating, and it's as short as 15 hours, I knew that this was going to be a breeze. Everything that we have to do can be broken down into 3 parts. Part 1 is to complete the story, Part 2 is to go back and complete any optional objectives we've missed, and Part 3 is to ace every challenge and clean up the miscellaneous achievements we have left. So with all that being said, let's start the hunt. The game starts with Crypto-136's ship getting hit out of the air by a military test rocket and subsequently getting captured. Now it's our job as Crypto-137 to return to Earth and rescue our past iteration from the grasp of the US military. But before we descend down to Earth, we visit the ship's archives and unlock our first achievement, Invasion of the Body Swappers, for changing our skin. We then get in our ship and arrive at Turnip Seed Farm, which unlocks our next achievement, Going to Seed. Then, as we were using the denizens of the farm as a little warm-up, we unlock another achievement, When Humans Collide, for killing a human with a thrown human. As you can already tell, this game is going to kinda throw achievements at us, which just means more dopamine for us. Anyway, our buddy at the mothership, Pox, sends us to abduct someone from a fair so he can probe their mind, and as we land we unlock the achievement Rockwell Death Kneel for invading Rockwell. We then disguise ourselves as a human and immediately unlock another achievement, Covert Thoughts, for maintaining our disguise with a mind scan. As we were escorting our human back to the ship, we unlocked 2 more achievements. The first, Harvest Season, for recovering a Furon probe, and the other, No Time to Waste, for killing someone and using an ability at the same time. We get our human all the way back to the ship, and of course, the authorities show up again. But this time, we really show them who they're messing with, and as we go to destroy the fair, we unlock yet another achievement, Rejected for Probing, for throwing something into something with our beam. Back on the mothership, we can now use the DNA we've collected to upgrade our abilities, so we can unlock the achievement A Pox on Your Gear for upgrading Crypto for the first time. Our next stop finds us in the town of Rockwell to investigate some glowing cows, and then to put them out of their misery. As we pop the first one, we earn the achievement Man's Inhumanity to Man for killing multiple humans with an explosion. Unfortunately, our little rampage was seen by the town's mayor, and now we have to stop him before he exposes us. We make our way over to where he's located to disguise ourselves as him and use our new visage to calm the local folk down. With that crisis averted, we can return to our mothership where we earn another 2 achievements. First, we visit the ship's Furonigami, unlocking the aptly named achievement, Furonigami. Then, we return to the lab and unlock An A Pox on Your Saucer 2 for upgrading our ship. Back on Earth, we find ourselves landing in Santa Modesta, which of course unlocks us the achievement for invading this town in Modesta. Pox wants us to find the mayor of this town, and we find him attending a neighborhood pool party. With the mayor located, our next order is to trash the place, and trash we do. During so, we unlock the achievement Fly My Pretties for juggling a human with our mind powers, and shortly thereafter we unlock the achievements Brain Drain for collecting a human brain for our shields, and Swift Harvest for quickly extracting a human brain. We return here after hours and take out a special agent's vehicle because they have a special mind control tape in their possession, during which we unlock Reduce, Abuse, Recycle for transmogrifying an object. After grabbing the tape and heading toward the broadcasting station, we stop at a donut shop where we earn our first rare achievement. It takes a few tries, but eventually we unlock the achievement Hop the Hoop for flying through the center of the donut. Anyway, at the broadcasting center, we kill the only human who knows how to remake the tape and then move on to bend the antennas around town for our own broadcast. But Pox screws it up and ends up popping all the nearby humans. That hiccup won't stop us though, and lucky for us, Pox has another mission for us. Since we just had our first engagement with the special agency Majestic, Pox wants to know what connections the nearby scientists have with them, so back to Santa Modesta we go. By scanning the minds of the scientists, we learn that they are making mind control drugs, and Majestic are distributing them using the nearby restaurants, so we gotta get blasting. We also avoid our own blasting by blocking a missile with our repulsatron, earning the Simply Repulsive achievement. We finish up here by abducting a Majestic agent for questioning, and we learn where we're off to next, Area 42. Before we head there, however, we make a few stops so we can keep trying this mind control thing, and our little adventure brings us back to the broadcasting station. As a side note, with all the DNA we've earned from the past few missions, we purchased the last upgrade to a tree, unlocking Grade A upgrade. Now, back to the broadcast station. All we have to do here is defend it while our broadcast airs. Luckily, by this point, the military is hardly an obstacle for us. They even help us unlock the achievement Hot to Trot for evading a rocket with a dash. Anyhow, the broadcast goes off without a hitch and we can finally make our way over to Area 42, and you guessed it, we're in an achievement, Area of Dissect, for doing so. We locate where they've kept Crypto-136, but sadly, we find him dead. So, we destroy whatever evidence they captured with him and set out to avenge him. We infiltrate the main military base and destroy the ship they built based off of his ship. But we're not done yet, we also capture their nuke and turn their runway into Reactor 4. Best of all, with the military weekend, we can finally have our first true rampage. So, we return to Santa Modesta and start blasting. As a cherry on top, we also unlock the achievement Gas Guzzler Guzzler for draining a vehicle while abducting it. After the successful destruction of Santa Modesta, we decide to go for a little joyride. But unfortunately, we get shot down by a Tesla over a group of small islands and get ourselves captured. As we wake up, we earn the achievement Union Busting for invading Uniontown, if that's what you want to call it. Unfortunately for the humans, no cage can hold us, and just like that, we're back at what we do best, killing. Since we're back in action, Pox wants us to figure out why General Armquist came to Capital City. Naturally, the last area brings with it the last invasion achievement, Capital Punishment, for invading Capital City. We locate Armquist and follow him to Uniontown and settle things once and for all. Surprisingly, Armquist makes a very enjoyable boss fight. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was pleasantly surprised. Anyway, Armquist's power suit is no match against our alien arsenal, and after a little bit of trolling, we finish him off, earning us the achievement Unilateral Disarmament. With the army without its general, we now set our sights on the leader of Majestic, who we can find in Capital City after we finish a few more errands for Pox. I honestly don't know how the developers managed this, but in a matter of 3 missions they managed to forget everything that made Armquist enjoyable and created this dumpster fire of a fight. If it's not for the poorly timed missiles or the annoying air balloon bombs, this boss wouldn't be so bad. But all this is just stage 1. We're in the achievement Impeached for destroying RoboPrez, but we still have to fight Silhouette. This is also a very tedious fight as she damn near constantly has a shield that we have to break in order to damage her. I have to say that it is very disappointing to have the final boss be so annoying. Anyway, we earn an achievement for the glory of the Furon Empire for beating her. And with that, we've finally beaten the main story, which means that part 1 of this 100% is complete. So now, it's time to move on to part 2. Since I made it a point to complete as many optional objectives as possible, there aren't that many left to go back and do. So, we jump right into it and unlock Return of the Clone 2 for reloading a mission for the first time. Now obviously, I'm not going to go over these missions in detail because we just got done with the main story, but I do want to mention that the majority of the remaining optionals are pretty enjoyable. The worst part about this part of the 100% is that even if the optional objective is right at the start of the mission, you still have to finish the mission for it to save. Since all we had was a handful of optionals left, we knocked them out in no time and earned us the achievement, the mandatory option for completing all optional objectives. Now that we're finished with all optional objectives, we're officially done with part 2. Now there's only one part between us and the 100%, the challenges and whatever miscellaneous achievements are left. We waste no time hopping into the free roam mode to start knocking out the challenges. During our completion of Turnip Seed Farm, we unlock a whopping 7 achievements very close to each other, so I'm going to go through these ones here rather quickly. First, we 3-star our race for Furon Faster Race, and since it was the first challenge we completed, we also earned Down for the Challenge. We abduct a cow for As in Tradition. We then 3-star Armageddon for the Art of Armageddon, Rampage for Righteous Rampage, and Abduction for Champion of Abduction, and since we 3-starred every mission type, we also unlock Jack of All Trades. We leave Turnip Seed Farm with only 3 achievements left, and 2 of them are miscellaneous. We continue to go from map to map acing the challenges until we get to Santa Modesta. All we have to do for this achievement is to toss a beachgoer into the ocean, unlocking the achievement Do Feed the Sharks. Now, just like with the optional objectives, I won't be covering my journey through the challenges because they were all honestly really easy and quite repetitive. So just to save time, we'll just cut to the last challenge where we ace it and earn the achievement Ace of Space. For the last achievement, we return to the first mission, but instead of just shooting the farmer with our Zap-O-Matic, we shoot a nearby hay bale, igniting it. Then all we have to do is chuck it at the farmer and unlock our last achievement, Pyrokinesis, for killing a human with a flaming object. And with that, part 3 is crossed off, which means that Destroy All Humans is done. I honestly have no idea how this game earned a 4 out of 10 difficulty rating on PSN profiles. I would honestly put this no higher than a 2 out of 10. While I would recommend this game for the achievements, I wouldn't recommend it for any other reason. Sadly, I did not enjoy this game as much as I did the one from my childhood. While it does feel special to 100% a game from my childhood, that's really where all my positive feelings end. Don't get me wrong, the game was fun, but not as fun as I remember. At the end of the day, I recommend that you pick this game up and go for the 100% yourself. It's worth that at the very least. Anyways, do let me know what other games you guys want to see me 100%, and while you're down there, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe as the support is greatly appreciated. But until next time, take it easy.